Alright guys, so we're back with another landscaping video, and as you guys can tell, there's somebody here. He's going to be picking up a piece of equipment that we're selling, so I'm going to park over here, hop in the 309, make sure I got everything taken out of, get it fired up, let it warm up. Then I'm going to go inside and get all the paperwork done. We need to get it transferred over, the bill of sale, everything like that, so let's go get that done. That way we can collect our money and we can get on with our day. And just like that, I made $87,000 selling the excavator. Now, I did have it listed for $89,000, but we went back and forth a little bit. I decided to go down $2,000, which isn't really that much. But anyway, I'm gonna hop back into the machine, put it on the trailer for him, help him get everything strapped down, and then we do have a job to go to. Alright, so I got the excavator put on the trailer. Let me just put this strap here. We're gonna go over, give him the key, then we're gonna go to a job. In the last episode, guys, we were doing a job that we started a couple weeks ago. We pretty much got everything done. The only thing left to do is the driveway, so we're gonna head over to the quarry, get probably 3 to 4 loads of rock, bring it over. We do have 2 driveways to do. I'm thinking that might be the right amount. My math might be off, but if we do need to go back to get one more load, we can. The only thing is, the type of rock we need for this driveway is not cheap. It's going to cost me $550 per load. That is a lot of money, but I had it included into the price when we did the job. But the thing is, guys, when I priced this job, I didn't take into account that this rock was so expensive, so I am going to be losing some money off my profit. Not too much, but I don't really want to go to the customers and tell them I'm going to need more money, so I'm just going to take the loss. We're probably going to lose close to $750 to $1,000, which is a lot of money, but it is my fault. I should have probably called the quarry to get the exact price when I put in my quote. Next time, make sure we know all the prices before we put in our bid. But the thing was, back then when the tornado came through, there was a lot of emergency work that needed to be done right away. So if you didn't put your bid in within the first couple hours, you were in big trouble. They were moving on to a different contractor. So in order for me to get some jobs to start building the company, I put in my bids probably a little bit too early and I messed up the pricing. So that means I lost out on some money, which to my surprise, we still made a good profit. I lucked out pretty good there. But anyway, let's try to get this driveway done. I knocked on the door to see if the homeowner would come out, move his car. He said he would, but he didn't come out, so I guess I'm just gonna have to work around it. Let me just backtrack this right here. Okay guys, so I finally got this driveway done. We ended up putting 3 inches of rock through the whole driveway, and we had enough, which I'm surprised about. So we're gonna go over, get the other driveway done. I still got the rock in back of the dump truck, so we're gonna hop in that, back up, get that dumped off. Are we gonna use the whole load? I'm not too sure. This driveway is a nice bit smaller than the other one, but over there I did use 3 loads, so maybe this will be enough. I'm hoping anyway. Let me just put this trailer on. Okay, so I got all the rock dumped out. We're gonna hop in the skid steer, get that pushed off. I just want to get the trailer hooked up, so when we get this done, we can bring our skid steer back over to the shop. So we're gonna start over in this corner, get this filled up, and just like that, 2 hours later, guys, we finally got both these driveways done. So I'm gonna put the skid steer on the trailer and we're gonna head back over to my property. It is getting pretty late. I do have other things to do. We do have to come back to this job later on. I think the ground might be dry enough for me to seed it. One of the properties was pretty wet when we used the Harley rake on it last week, so hoping everything is good now, and once we get that done, this job will be completed. And there goes $26,000, guys, but I made some upgrades to the shop. So we ended up getting this mower right here that's going to help us out for the job we're going to next, and I got this broom bucket right here, so we're able to clean up roads, parking lots, stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to run over, try to get this job done. We ended up getting this one last night. It's not that big of a job. It is with the city, so it will be paying okay for the amount of work we gotta do. So we're finally over here. I'm gonna park on side the road and we're gonna go over, just look at everything. So we get these bushes right here that we gotta get rid of, and over here there is a creek. They want me to come by and just mow everything down. It's starting to clog up the culvert there, so let's try to get that done. We're gonna get this unloaded. We're gonna be using the mower for this, hoping everything works right. This is gonna be my first time using it, and the material down there is pretty wet. There's a lot of mud, so we gotta be careful. But if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see more content like this in the future, smash like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. But anyways, we're finally over here. We're gonna get these bushes knocked back. We don't really need to clear a lot over here. The main focus is by this creek, so we're gonna try to get that done. I'm gonna take my time. It is really greasy here. Everything is super wet, and the last thing I need to do is clog up the mower. So let's take our time, get this done, make sure it looks good, and hopefully not damage anything. So far we did hit a couple of rocks, but nothing too major. Let me just get up here done. Alright, so we get this side done. We're gonna go over to the other side. Just gonna finish up this spot here. So close, guys. We almost got this done. So this took me roughly 35 minutes to do around this creek. I would have probably got it done a little bit faster, but it is super greasy. The material is super wet. We're putting the mower pretty much in the mud, so it clogs up. I gotta lift it up every now and again, let everything clear out. And just like that, I got this job done. So we're gonna put the skid steer on the trailer, call the city, and they can send me my money. I just made $1,500. It took me 45 minutes to get this job done, but I'm gonna head over to my shop, get things cleaned up. Alright guys, so it's been roughly an hour. I got everything taken off the trailer, but before I could get everything cleaned up, I did get a call. Somebody wants to buy my dump truck. So I'm gonna jump in, get everything fired up, make sure all my belongings are taken out, and he don't live too far away, so I might just drive the dump truck over. And just like that, we added $40,000 to the bank account. So guys, we pretty much got everything sold that we were trying to. The only thing left is the roller right here. I do have people messaging me wanting to buy it, but I think the price might be a little bit too high for them. But the price I got it listed for is for me to break even, so I can't really go any lower. I'm just gonna have to hold out and hopefully I can get my money back. But right now I get the 325. I'm gonna put on the trailer, bring it over to my property for tonight because it's getting pretty late. But tomorrow guys, I got some pretty exciting news. I can't wait to share with you guys. Alright, so it's the next morning. Let me grab my breakfast, some toast. I need to go over to the dealership. I got an appointment and I can't wait to go over there guys. So we get the 325. It's been a good machine to me. I had it since we started the business here, but it's really starting to show its age right now. We got a lot of hours on it, so I think the best thing for me to do is trade it in. And just like that, the deal is finally done guys. So I paid $110,000 out of pocket plus the trade-in of $90,000. This excavator cost me $200,000, but I'm super excited because it's brand new. So let's get the cat taken off, and that way we can go over, look at our new machine, get it put on the trailer, and hopefully get it to work. Well, you've been a good machine, but it's time to move on to bigger, better things. So over here guys, we got our brand new excavator. Well, let's check it out. So I ended up getting a Case CX260E with the thumb. I think this might be the perfect machine for where I want to go with the business. It is brand new. It got 0 hours. This is the first machine we actually bought that is new to us, so I'm pretty excited about this. And the best part about it is we bought it with cash and a trade-in, so we don't have a loan on it. Everything we make is going to be all profit to me. Let's get it put on the trailer. We're going to head over to a job, and the first job is going to be a little bit different because I got this land over by my house that I've been looking to develop for a while now. I just didn't have the money to really do it, and we've been pretty busy with that storm. So I think now might be the best time for me to go over there, try to figure out what I'm going to do. The only thing is guys, I don't have enough money to finish the building I want to put here. So for right now, we're just going to dig out the foundation. I do have enough for somebody to come over, pay him to pour the foundation, and we're just going to have to go from there. But there is going to be a lot of jobs coming up soon because there's still a lot of damage around town. They're just waiting on insurance, so I'm hoping within a week or two we can get more of those jobs because I need to try to get this building at least framed in before winter or it's not going to be good. Alright, so I got everything marked out. We got the permit needed to dig everything out. The only thing is guys, I'm still kind of stuck on the plans I'm going with. I got a rough idea of the foundation I'm going to need. We're down to 2 different designs. I don't know if I want to make it a big apartment building with multiple units or if I want to make it a duplex with 2 garages, so I need to figure that out. The only thing is, it's not really really stopping me right now because the foundation size is going to be the same. So I got to think about that within the next couple of days because the contractor will have the foundation done, and I'm going to try to get this built as I get money. It's going to be done in stages that I got to try to get done before winter. Don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I got to try. It's been roughly 3 hours. I got the foundation dug out. I don't need the excavator here probably for a couple of days, but I don't want to bring it back up to the shop because it is pretty far away. So we're going to park over here on my other piece of property, and when I got to come back to dig out for the water and sewer, the machine will be here, and if I get any jobs before then, we just grab it from here. But I must say, from using that machine for just a couple hours, I am so happy with my purchase. It was definitely something that needed to be done. I just didn't want to do it because equipment is super expensive, but I am glad I got it done. I'm just going to leave the dump truck and trailer over here. I probably won't need that for a little bit, but I do have to go over and do that job, guys. So I'm going to go over, get the lawn seeded at those 2 properties. That way we are completely finished with those. I do have a seeder over in the garage. Let me go over, get this door opened up. It should be right there. Okay, so we got it. We do have a full hopper of seed. Is that going to be enough? I'm not sure, but I really don't want to buy a bag unless we run out. So we get that put back the truck. Let's get the door shut again so I can head over and get those done because I got a call from the city. There is some more storm work that we can get. So the faster I get these 2 properties done, the faster I can go over and get that cleared out. So I bid on this job probably last week, and guys, let me tell you, it's probably going to make me a lot of money because it's on side the road. There is a lot of damaged trees there. It's going to take me roughly a couple of days to get everything knocked out and cleaned up, and I'm pretty excited for that because that could probably get most of this building framed up. I'm hoping anyway. Anyways, I'm over here. I got the setting put on a 4 out of 10 just because we don't have that much seed here. I really don't want to go over to buy a bag if I don't have to, so we're going to be pretty sparing with the seed for now. If we got some left over, maybe I'll come back over and go over it again, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to keep it on setting number 4. Well, I got that one done. It took me roughly 25 minutes to do. I used roughly probably a quarter of the seed. After I get this one done, we're going to go over, probably put a little bit more over there, and I think I could probably put the setting up to a 5 or 6. So let me do that right quick just so I don't have to go over this property again. Yeah, never mind. That probably wasn't the best idea because I used up all the seed on this property, so we won't be going over to the other one. I'm hoping there's enough down there. It is what it is at this point. I'm going to put the seeder in back the truck. We're going to go over and collect our money and get on with our day. And just like that, we made $150 between 2 of these properties, so I only charged $75 per lawn to seed. That was extra money that wasn't in the original contract, but any bit of money is going to help me out. So now that we got that done, I do need to run over to the rental store and grab something for the next job. Alright guys, so it's been a couple of days. We had some problems with getting everything figured out for this job, but we're finally over here. We ended up renting this chipper, which cost me $1,100 for 3 days. That's a lot of money, but it needed to be done. So we got roughly, I'm going to say 20 to 30 trees over here that get destroyed by the storm. I'm just going to start cutting them down. I do need to chop them up into small pieces. I should have probably brought my skid steer over here, but the thing is, I don't have a grapple bucket, but I do have that 4-in-1 bucket, so I'll probably grab the logs with that. Maybe that would have been a good idea, but the chipper we got rented, it can't really hold big logs, so we're gonna have to chop this out pretty small. We're gonna have to throw it in by hand, which is not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna cut this last one up right here. Alright, so it's been roughly 6 hours. I got everything cut up into chunks that I can throw into the chipper, so I'm gonna put my chainsaw in the truck and we're just gonna start doing that. So I kind of wish I hired somebody on because this job right here is a lot of work for just one person, so I am super beat. We still got probably 5 more hours before we're done. Oh, this is a lot of work. What I'm gonna make off this job is gonna be well worth it, so I bid it at $22,000. I think that's pretty good for the amount of work we gotta do. After I get all of this put through, I do have to come back over here with my skid steer and mower, try to mow this area. There is a few stumps that we're probably gonna have to get rid of. I can bring over my big excavator for that, but I think it's gonna be a waste of time to travel down here for that. So maybe I'm better off renting a stump grinder for my skid steer, just get this job done. But the thing is, I didn't put that on the bid like last time, so that's gonna be eating at my profit. Oh, I gotta learn. But there is one good thing about doing the storm work. It pays really good and you get paid before the job's done. So that could be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. But it's good for me because I can use that money to rent the stump grinder. So after I get most of these logs put through, I'm gonna call the city, see if they can send over my money. Then I'm gonna call the rental place and see if I can get a stump grinder probably later on today and just try to get this job done. But it's not gonna be quick because we still got a lot of logs to go through. We gotta mow this whole area and we gotta take our time because like I said, there is stumps there and there's probably debris from the storm. We're gonna take our time with the mower, that way we don't beat it up. Alright, so the city just sent over my money. We get $22,000. I called the rental place. We get a stump grinder that will be delivered here later on. But guys, this is gonna be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see more in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. But until the next one, I'll see you guys later.